Today we're taking care of the power antenna on a 300ZX. We removed the panel along the back here first. There was 2 screws that would remove this, 2 nuts at the very bottom, and this panel will lift back and then lift up and out. That will give access to a screw here for the next panel that goes around, a screw at the bottom which will be removed, a screw here at the side, and I believe one more screw back here at the back as well. You're going to remove also the little plastic cover that goes over the rear lights by pulling up on it, releasing it out, and there's one screw that's hidden here. This will allow you to remove this side panel and give access to the power antenna. Today we have a beautiful antenna in this car. It's a nice little hook. So we're going to start with our 10mm socket, and up here at the very top of the antenna mast where the round piece is on the outside of the car, we're going to remove a 10mm bolt that sits here. This is going to allow us to now push on that bolt and push it through, which will allow us to remove the panel that covers the power antenna and pull that back. Next, we're going to take our Phillips screwdriver and remove 2 screws down here along the bottom. These 2 secure the bracket that holds the power antenna. And we'll release the antenna motor assembly from the side of the vehicle. We remove those 2 screws. Usually lifting up a little bit, prying a little bit, turning a little bit, tends to release the antenna. We have a little clip here on the side that's not allowing the antenna to pass through. Okay, push the edges of this clip in. We need a pair of pliers to help push that in. Squeeze this clip together. Push the tabs in so it will pass through the opening here. Here we go, and release that clip through. Next, we're going to take our Phillips screwdriver, and there are 2 screws on the outside of the antenna mast assembly, 2 Phillips. Be sure you hold this bit very close to the vehicle because you don't want to slip off and put a scratch in the side of the vehicle. But we're going to remove these 2 screws. These are exposed from removing the cover off the side, and you can see the antenna just pops down there. We're going to try and bring it around and bring it out the opening here. The antenna does disconnect the antenna cable assembly. It disconnects right here, runs up to the front of the car to the stereo. And we're going to turn this around a little bit, bring it up out of the opening. This usually fits an opening down in here to allow the water that hits on the mast and drains through the motor assembly and comes into the motor, allows it to drain out. And that's been disconnected. And then we have one main connector here, and this can be disconnected, and we remove the antenna mast. In many cases, you can replace just the mast on this without the entire motor assembly. We have several other videos on the website that deal with how to replace an antenna mast, and that may be very possible on this one. I would suggest purchasing the exact mast from the dealership. We have seen aftermarket masts that say they work properly, are the exact replacement, but too many occasions we've used those and they may come down and be this close. There's also a possibility that you may have to take this nut off and several other screws, remove the cover to remove a piece of the nylon cable that's in there as well. This is how you remove or replace or take care of the antenna mast on a Nissan 300ZX. Hope this video has been helpful. Thank you for watching.